Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back or welcome to my channel. I'm Liv and today we are going to be talking about my Summerween TBR. Summerween is a readathon hosted by Gabby from Gabby Reads, and the whole purpose is just to bring the October time vibes and reading into the summer because we don't want to wait another 4 months. October is the most wonderful time of the year and we want the feelings now. We want to just have it all now, and that's what we're going to do. This is just going to be a really quick video to chat over my TBR for the prompts, and hopefully I can get through all of these books in this week. This year's Summerween is taking place between July 5th and 11th. We are just going to quickly go through the books that I have picked to go along with Gabby's prompts for the year, and hopefully I can get all of these books done in a week, but we will see. We're going to do our best though. I obviously came prepared. I have my ghost face shirt on. I have Halloween earrings. I don't know how well they're going to show up, but this is a little ghosty and this is a little pumpkin, and I already have a little ghosty and I want on this side a little pumpkin. Quickly going over what the prompts are for Summerween this year, I have my little notebook, so I'm just gonna, if I'm not looking at you, that's why. Read a book in the dark, which this prompt exists every single year. Read a thriller or horror, and I think both of those pretty much show up every year, and then the next three prompts change every year. The next three we have read a book with 5 words in the title, a book that takes place in the summer, and a book with the night sky on the cover. Now that I've seen some people post their TBRs, I think I wrote it down wrong because I think it's actually a book with 5 or more words in the title, but I already did the work of scouring my shelves to find options, so we're not going back now. Okay, so the book that I'm going to read for Read a Thriller or a Horror is Fantastic Land by Mike Bachman. I was supposed to read this last month, so I'm already behind, and I thought this was fitting because the first time I ever heard of this book was in a vlog where Gabby read it, so I cannot wait to jump into this one. From what I know about this book, because if you've been here before, you know I'm not really a synopsis girly. Is there like a tagline? Get ready for a struggle for survival in the unlikeliest of places. Prepare to visit Fantastic Land. So this, what I know, is we are at an amusement park in Florida, and a big hurricane or tornado or something tears through, and everyone who is there that day, they get trapped in this amusement park. But then on like the list of people who need to be rescued, they're pretty much like at the bottom, so they're getting saved last, and they, I think, end up just in this amusement park for far too long. And what people start doing to each other, and it's just like, I feel like it's going to be a little bit of like a Purge-esque situation. Like there is no one there to police them, and they're all kind of losing their minds because it feels like the end of the world to them because they're stuck in this amusement park for weeks. At least I think it's weeks. I don't know. That's all I know about this book. For Read a Book that takes place in the summer, I really struggled to find something, but I ended up choosing Organ Meats. This is, from what I know, just a book about girl friendship, and they decide to become dogs together. And I think they're tethered together by like the invisible string, if anyone ever read that nonfiction. But they're kind of tethered by this invisible string, and one of them goes missing and the other friend has to go search for her, or she's not going to be a dog anymore, or like something bad is going to happen. And the first sentence of this book is, in the center of summer with soft rot, Rainey and I decide to be dogs. So it's set in the summer. This is checking that off, and it's also a BIPOC author, which checks off my trying to read 50% BIPOC authors this year. For Read a Book that has 5 words in the title, I picked 2 books, and these are the only 2 books on my shelf that have exactly 5 words. But like I said, we're not backtracking now. I can't give myself more options. So the first is Finlay Donovan Rolls the Dice by El Cosimano. I just haven't caught up on the series yet, and I think this is going to be the one that like makes or breaks whether or not I'm going to continue with this series. But also, not very Halloween-y, you know what I'm saying? And the other option I have is A Devil Comes to Town by Paulo Morensig. This is translated from Italian, I believe, and this is just like a little tiny thriller, or maybe just more psychological book, but we are following a town where there's like a writers' convention in town, and the devil comes to town masquerading as a publisher. That's all I know. This is a really short one. I tried to read it a couple months ago, and just like the prologue part was so boring. But then I got a couple pages into the actual first chapter, and that seemed more like it was gonna pick up. I just, like, where I was in the headspace, I was like, we can't do this right now. So I am hoping that this one takes the cake over Finlay Donovan, but if I really struggle to get into this one again, we'll probably shift gears. And now this is the one where I, like, destroyed my TBR shelves looking, and this is the closest one that I have, and if it doesn't fit, I am sorry, but unless Gabby comes in, it was like, oh my god, you little cheater, which she's not gonna do because she's Gabby. This is what we're reading. So what I have for a book with the night sky on the cover is Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. Obviously, we're in a little neighborhood depicted, and there's a sky up here. I would have liked something that was more the cover, like more of the cover being the night sky, but this was really the only option that I had on my shelves, aside from Artemis by Andy Weir, which is my Works Book Club pick for next month, and I want to read it closer to when we all sit down, because then I'm just going to be useless during the discussion. So Riley Sager's new book is what we're going to do, and this is what's going to probably put a dent in the reading for my week, because this is like 400 pages, and I think these are probably more like 250-ish, 300. This one's 268, and this one's 259. And then obviously A Devil Comes to Town is like 160, maybe, if that. It's a novella, so it's shorter than that. It's barely over 100 pages long. So maybe Middle of the Night will come last. So that was just my quick little video letting you know what I'm going to be reading for Summerween, or what I'm maybe going to be reading for Summerween. Let me know what you're going to be reading, and I can't wait to read with y'all. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you soon with a Summerween vlog. In the middle of the night, my dreams